How's it going, guys? So today we are going to solve Leetcode problem number 167. 167. It is 2 sum 2 input array is sorted. Okay, so what the problem statement is saying, like we have given so like this is a follow problem of 2 sum. Okay, so 2 sum 2, like in 2 sum was the thing, the array is not sorted and you have to return the exact index. But in this one, the array is sorted, we have to return the exact index, but not starting with 0. Okay, so like in the array, like in this array, the array index is started from 0 to like 0 to n. Okay, but in this one we have to start from 1 to n minus 1, something like this. Okay, sorry, 1 to n. Okay, I hope so this thing is clear. Alright guys, so the problem statement is very simple. So like we are given a nums of array, okay, and we have to find our target. So like let's say in this one the 2 and 2 plus 7, which will give us 9. So that's how we're gonna find our target, and whatever the positions is there, so we're gonna return them. So what will be our flow? So let me just quickly one more time talk about problem statement, like the remaining part of the problem statement, not the problem statement, approach, and finally we're gonna code. Both Java and C++ code available in the description section, so just check out the link. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So in this problem, okay, so we have given this array and we have to find target. But remember one thing, the question has given one thing: you have to solve this problem using constant space, so you don't have to use any extra memory. Okay, so if you think of the constant space, what the very brute force idea came in your mind? If you solve the 2 sum problem, it will go, you can solve that problem similar to this one. Okay, you don't have you can solve it, but the thing is, this thing makes this problem medium level. I don't think so this problem is literally medium level. It's an easy level problem, to be honest. Okay, so they are just fearing you from this problem, but it's an easy level problem. Here we go. So let me talk about the brute force approach. So the brute force approach came in my mind. First of all, let me draw the same thing. Okay, so what I'm thinking, like I will create one I pointer from the starting and j pointer will come over here. Then I will check. I will use the formula j equals to target minus I. Okay, so the jth value, which is 7, is equals to what target 9 minus 2 I value. If they are equal, then I will gonna what, return the I and j position index with adding 1 to it, because we have to be careful about this one. Okay, so that's the very brute force one. But the j is going to repeat and repeat all the time, so the time complexity will become big O of n square. So it's not a good approach, to be honest. But you can optimize it. But like to the interview, if the interview asks these problems to you, then how you going to represent it? First of all, we're going to solve this problem. First of all you have to solve it using brute force. Okay, so if you want to see the brute force code, then let's just look at over here, the very brute force. Okay, we're gonna touch to the space complexity. Space complexity will be 1, big of 1 in the brute force even as well. Okay, so we are just simply run a for loop for I equals to 0, I less than what our nums dot length I plus plus. And in this one, for int j equals to I plus 1, j starting from just after the I. Okay, j less than nums dot length j plus plus. In this one, we will now check if my nums of j is equals to what, target minus nums of I. If that's the case, then simply return new int, create an array. You know the size is only two pointers will be come over here, the 2 places. But remember I plus 1, j plus 1, because initially their index will be 0 and 1. So if you're gonna return, then you will get 0 and 1, but you have to add plus 1 to them. So you will get your final answer, which will be 1, 2. That one. Okay, so just be careful about that. Alright, and finally, just simply if unfortunately you don't find, then simply return an empty array. Return new int empty array. Okay guys, I hope so this thing is clear. Now how we can optimize it little bit more. So let's just look at over here. So we're gonna deal with the same this test case. We have given something like you can see me. Okay, so 2, 7, 11, 15. We're given same thing over here. What I will do, instead of starting with my j pointer just after that, I'm going to start my j pointer from the last, because the array is already sorted, so I don't have to worry about like the unsorted array thing. Okay, so what I will do, I will start my I pointer from over here, my j pointer will over here. Okay, I will just get their sum. I will get their point sum. So initially their sum is 15 plus 2, which is 17, and 17 is greater than our target, which is 9. 17 is greater than 9. Then what I will do, if it is greater, I will move my j pointer. Now I will again going to calculate. 11 plus 2, which is 13, is still greater than 9. Is still greater than 9. So it will not work. It has not worked. So I will again going to move my j pointer. Now we're going to check. Is 7 plus 2? 2 plus 7 is 9. If it is 9 and 9 is equals to 9, then we're going to return our index. So that's how we're going to solve this problem. Okay, so that's how we're going to code it up. Okay, now you will ask, like, for example, if let's say we got something like 8, then what we're going to do? Then we're going to increment our I pointer. If the value is greater than our target, if the value is if the sum we are getting is greater than our target, then we are decrementing our j pointer. If the sum is less than our target, then we are incrementing our I pointer. And if our sum is equal to target, we are getting our answer. So that's the very simple, seriously, and it's a better approach, because remember, in this one, time complexity, we are dealing with big O of n square. I forgot to write it, and the space complexity is big O of 1. Now there's a better approach. Better, yes, you got the point. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I will create an int starting from I equals to what, 0, j starting from nums dot length minus 1 from the very end. And what I'm doing, I'm running a simple while loop over here. So my while loop will run till I and j, they don't intersect each other. Okay, they don't collapse. Okay guys, I hope so this thing is clear. So what I'm doing over here, I'm just saying int sum equals to nums of I plus nums of j. So whatever the sum I will get, I'm gonna do something. If my sum will be equals to target, if I get my sum equals to target, then I will simply gonna return new int, remember, I plus 1 and j plus 1, to get the correct indexes. Okay, after this thing is clear. Okay, all right. Else if what will be the case, what we can get is, if our sum is greater than target. If that's the case, decrement our j pointer, just decrement from over here. Else if sum is less than our target, then increment our I pointer, I plus plus. If you do this all the thing, if you still don't find your answer, but you're gonna find, they are saying like there will be a possible solution, but let's say if you don't find, then simply return, like, although you have to return this one, because you have to return anything in the end, because we are returning in the loop, so the loop will be not considered as, like, you have to return anything. Okay, so you just solve your problem. So in this one, the time complexity we are dealing with is O of n, and the space complexity is O of 1. What they have talked about in this one, even brute force as well, we are dealing with space complexity of 1. Okay, the another way, if you have not watched the 2 sum videos, so I have created 2 sum videos 2 times. I know, but if you have not watched, then you just go and watch them, and you will find one more way using hash map, how we have solved the problem and using hash map. But we are dealing with, in that one, we are dealing with the space complexity as well. Okay, so it's not constant. So I hope that this thing is absolutely clear, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I love you guys. Believe me, I love you. Take care, bye bye.